Hello, welcome back to EPG. I'm, of course, Greg, your host. Today, we're going to talk about the 80th anniversary of D-Day, which is today, right now, when this video is being released. D-Day was very important for a lot of reasons. It was the invasion, the Allied invasion of continental Europe to take it back from the Nazis. There are a plethora of videos on YouTube and other places, the History Channel, that go into extensive detail about D-Day, so I don't think I will do it much justice. There are various movies like Saving Private Ryan, The Longest Day. There are a couple television series like Band of Brothers, which focuses on the airborne invasion of Normandy and then going all the way up to the end of the war. So I want to talk about my personal experience with D-Day. I've been to Normandy twice. Once right after I graduated high school, so I was able to go along the beaches and see everything. Omaha Beach, Utah Beach, the other beaches. But I was in Paris, France, for the 60th anniversary of Normandy, the invasion of Normandy. And I really wanted to go. Unfortunately, I was not politically connected enough to get a pass. So let's remember, so the 60th anniversary was 20 years ago. During that time, 9/11 had happened in 2001. The train bombings of Madrid happened in 2004. So just happened when this occurred 3 months previous. So with all the heads of state, such as George W. Bush, President of France, all the other world leaders that participated, they were all there. So little old me couldn't score an invite because security was very tight and there was a lot of vetting that was going on. But me being the plucky American, I decided that I was going to go try my luck. So me and this other guy who I met, who was an American, who was also interested in getting to Normandy, took a train from Paris, and we got there, and it was a fortress. Nobody could get in, nobody could do anything. So he and I consoled ourselves by going to a McDonald's and having lunch, and then catching a train back to Paris. So once we got back to Paris, we parted ways, and I felt kind of sad that I wouldn't be able to be there to commemorate such a historic day for Europe and for America. And so I just walked around the streets of Paris, and I came across on the Champs-Élysées a procession. I didn't know it was happening, but there were a lot of people standing around, so I'm like, hey, I'll check this out. And I got to a vantage point where I was right, so the Champs-Élysées goes all the way to the Arc de Triomphe. I'm sorry for butchering French. But so I went to the Arc de Triomphe, and there was a procession of elder gentlemen all carrying French flags. And I was talking to somebody there, and it said that they were partisans who fought during World War II. So they were carrying flags of of France and commemorating their countrymen, and they were in their 80s. And they were walking, holding flags, going all the way to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which is underneath the Arc de Triomphe. And there was a band. It was really something to be there at that time, to see that. And had I stayed in Normandy, had I tried pushing to, get in and then, not be able to, I would have missed that. So that's one of the realizations that I had for travel, is that a lot of the time, you're exactly where you need to be. So I felt very privileged and honored to have seen that, to have commemorated that. And every major anniversary since of D-Day, I've always celebrated. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do this year. But I think it's important to remember the sacrifices that people from the United Kingdom, from Canada, New Zealand, Australia, the United States, the French partisans who gave intelligence to those, to the people who invaded, to basically know what dangers awaited them, and there were a lot. So it took a lot of bravery to assemble the largest armada in human history. With that, thank you very much for your time, and get out there.